For May 5th, 2018, it is Mid-Atlantic Wiffle's second tournament of the 2018 spring and summer season, Torneo de Wiffs. This opening round pool play matchup features a pair of MAW stalwarts, as the Barrel Bruisers, playing out of Alexandria, Virginia, take on the hometown favorites, the York Yaks. Back in April's opening day tournament, the Bruisers were victorious over the Yaks, but both teams come into this one with slightly different looks from a month ago. For the Bruisers, the key to this game will be how well pitcher Chris Owen can command his pitches as he throws a clean ball for the first time in MAW competition. For the Yaks, the game might come down to the bat of Dan Potter, which was on fire in the season opener 3 weeks ago. For the Barrel Bruisers, they will lead off with their captain, Jerry Hill. Following Jerry's pitcher, Chris Owen. Batting third is MAW newcomer and Barrel Bruiser rookie Tony Manelli. And batting fourth is Colin Dimitris. For the York Yaks, who drew home in this first round pool play game, they'll lead off with Dan Potter. Batting second for the Yaks and making his Yaks debut is veteran Adam Milsted. And last but not least, in handling pitching duties is Jared Laird. Right into the action here, top of the first inning. Laird facing Jerry Hill. Misses with that breaking ball outside. In MAW, there's a 4-ball, 2-strike count. Jared finds more of the plate with that one, gets Jerry to swing through, gets back ahead in the count. Jerry's very much an extreme pull hitter from the left side. Most everything he gets bat on goes to right field. Another breaking ball, that one hits the zone. Jerry again swings through. Quick strikeout for Jared Laird to open this one up.
Just get rid of the step. Just fucking be ready to load it up. Joe, that's why you can never pull the trigger. Literally, by the time you step.
That brings up Chris Owen, batting from the right side of the plate. Takes that one off the hip, ball one. You see lots of straight sort of breaking balls, drop pitches from Laird, the occasional slider. That breaking ball also catches Owen off the hip, quickly ahead in the count 2-0. There's that slider. Get me over variety there. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Just misses a little bit high. Good take by Chris. Full count now. Payoff pitch coming here. It's breaking ball. Chris swings right through it. Jared back-to-back Ks to open up this game. He's got that breaking ball working, it looks like, early. That'll be the key to success here. Will be his command and his ability to at least mix in another pitch enough to keep batters off balance. Tony Manelli steps in the box for the Bruisers. Tony made his MAW and Bruisers debut back at the opening day tournament in April. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Tony's a bit of an unorthodox hitter, but makes a lot of contact. That ball misses way outside, completely misses the backstop. Tony head in the count now. 2 balls, no strikes. Comes a 2-0 pitch. Riser stays over the plate, and Tony smacks it into right field for a single.
That's what I'm talking about.
2-out hit puts a runner on first. Brings up Colin Dimitris. Colin takes that breaking ball inside. Jared's missing a lot inside early on in this game. Although Colin made his MAW and Bruisers debut back in April, he's a veteran of the sport. A long-time Golden Stick player that fell out of the game for a few years and now caught back on for the Barrel Bruisers. 2-0 count here. Way ahead, runner on first. Breaking ball stays up, popped up though. Laird will take it himself for out number 3. So despite a 2-out single, no harm done. A couple of Ks for Jared Laird here in the top of the first inning. Yaks coming to bat in the bottom half. Dan Potter steps in the batter's box for the Yaks. First pitch from Owen, misses inside, ball 1. As mentioned in the opener, Potter had quite the tournament back on opening day. He pops that one up. It's going to find the Bermuda Triangle. It's going to land in for a single. Not Potter's typical hit, but he'll take it. Back on opening day, in 16 at-bats, he gets Potter at 10 hits, scored 9 runs, 1 double and 4 home runs and 5 walks. Brings up Adam Milsted. Swings through that first pitch for strike 1.
Maybe Chris.
This is Millsy's York Yak debut. Longtime member of New Jersey mainstay, Way Too Beautiful. Still a member of Way Too Beautiful, but playing in Mid-Atlantic this season with the Yaks. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Just misses the zone. So we also mentioned in the opener, Chris typically last season and the first tournament this season threw a scuff ball, lots of scuff sliders. Here he's throwing a clean ball, so a lot of big curve balls from him. That one just misses 2. 2-1.
Yeah, double play.
He made the switch, throwing bullpens. Decided that this is a pitch he can command a little bit better, has a little more velocity on it. Popped up, gonna be out of play. Count stays 2-1. Most guys don't command clean balls better, but Chris has a baseball pitching background, and talking with the Bruisers, they said it was a more comfortable pitch for him to throw. Could rear back a little bit more, sort of throw it like a baseball. Comes a 2-1 pitch, ground ball. Dimitris has it. Second for 1, back to first. Can't complete the double play. The ball just skips a little short and a little to the right of the backstop, but they do get the out at second. Good play by Colin to get the 1 out. That'll bring up Jared Laird, trying to help himself out here early. Curveball stays up, ball 1.
Pitch. Yeah, baby. We got the scout report on the Yaks. They don't like it. Yaks don't like new balls.
Another curveball.
Chris, let's go right at him, brother.
Doesn't move a whole lot, stays inside.
It's turn 2, guys. Help him out.
Laird up in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. It's a 2-0 pitch. That one misses low. Ball 3. Chris has also had some command issues throughout his year-plus MAW career. That one just misses. Laird taking all the way. Ball 4. First and second now, 1 out. Brings Dan Potter up for the second time this game. Potter singled in his first at bat. Found the hole in center field. That curve also stays up. It's 5 in a row out of the zone for Owen. Real nice pitch there. Potter likes the ball up, and that one was up enough, but I think he got it inside enough that jammed him a bit.
Good.
Swings through.
Let's go, brother.
Chris gets back ahead now in the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. That curveball just missed a little off the outside edge. Evens up the count 2-2. Popped up towards Dimitris, dives just out of our view there, but real ball hit off Colin's hand there, came real close to catching that, completely laid out. Good effort, but Potter stays alive.
Don't play, guys.
Comes a 2-1 pitch. That one misses way outside. It'll be a wild pitch. Runners will advance to second and third. Also brings the count full now. Chris in some trouble here early on. 3-2 pitch. That one just misses outside. Good take from Potter. So bases loaded now, 1 out. Adam Milsted coming up. Certainly the change of clean balls could be impacting Chris's command, but he's always had some command issues regardless of what kind of ball he's throwing. That ball just stays foul. If that was fair, Dimitris was playing looks like about 7-8 feet off the line, maybe closer to 10 feet. I'm not sure he's going to get to that if it stayed fair. Chris quickly ahead in the count, 0-1. Bounces in. Third pitch of the at-bat misses a little bit outside. 2-1 count now. Real nice curveball there. It's the best one Chris has thrown all game. Gets Adam to swing through it for strike 3. That ball started. I think it started on the inside edge of the plate. So it was a strike the whole way. Came all the way across the plate. Still hit the zone. And gets the swing and the miss. Big out there. Bases loaded now. 2 outs. First pitch of Jared Laird will bounce in. Ball 1. If Chris can get out of this without any runs, it's got to be considered a victory.
Let's go, brother.
Even more so, give him a lot of confidence going forward, throwing this new kind of ball. Curveball stays where it is, misses inside, 2-0. Laird's shown a willingness to just take pitches this game, and I think he's gonna make Chris come over at least once. That curveball, a little too much movement there, goes all the way on the outside of the backstop. So that's a wild pitch. That'll bring in the first run of the game, move the other runners to second and third. Wild pitches have also been a bit of a bugaboo for Chris and the Bruisers this in 2017 and here to start 2018. That curveball just stays up, ball 4. So the wild pitch doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Run would have scored on the walk, but now bases loaded, 1 run in, and brings up Dan Potter. Not the guy you want to face in this situation. Good first pitch there from Chris. Gets that curveball over, quickly ahead in the count now, 0-1. Nowhere to put him. He's got a pitch to him. Comes the 0-1 offering. Curveball finds a center of the plate. I don't know if Potter was looking for something else. Didn't think it was going to come back over that much, but he's frozen there. You rarely see that. Big strikeout for Chris to escape the inning with just 1 run. So after 1 complete, it's 1-0 York Yaks over the Barrel Bruisers.
I just hit the edge of the zone every time.
Okay.
Game's easy.
Jerry Hill leading things off for the Bruisers in the top half of the second. The Yaks shift both fielders to the right side.
Good eye.
No player at Mid-Atlantic probably pulls the ball more than Jerry. You'll see, you don't see a lot of shifts, but you'll see him on Jerry from almost every team that is familiar with his game. Laird starts off with 2 straight balls, so Hill way up in the count here. He can look for something. Breaking ball just dips a little below Jerry's hands. He was a little above that. That's what Blair lives on. He's just, when he throws that breaking ball, just right over the plate, but it's got enough dip on it that he hopes guys will swing on top of it. 2-1 pitch, ground ball. He'll get a lot of those too. Blair fields it himself, throws it into the backstop for out number 1. He's not a big. Jared's not a big strikeout guy, but he will pitch to contact. He will get guys with that big breaking ball. He will get guys to beat the ball into the ground. He fields his position decently. This brings up Chris Owen, batting for the second time. Slider, riser stays outside, ball 1. Right back to the breaking ball. Chris did a good job staying under that, but pops it up. Just a few feet foul. Jared back ahead in the count now, 1-1. Right back to the breaking ball. A little bit on the outer half of the plate. Chris extends, swings through it. It's out number 1. Out number 2. Ground out and strikeout here to start the top half of the second. For the Yaks, brings up Tony Manelli. He singled in his first at bat. It was a riser that he put down the right field line, went opposite way for on a single. We'll see if Laird stays away from that. The first pitch was a breaking ball. Another drop pitch. That one misses inside. Manelli ahead, 2-0. He's a free swinger, though, swinging any counts in the just like right there. That was a real pitcher's pitch. That was definitely going to be a strike. It hit off the outside half of the plate, but Manelli offers at it anyway. So now Jared right back even. Another drop pitch, another swing and miss. So 1, 2, 3 there for the Yaks in the top half of the second. We go to the bottom half of the inning, 1-0 York Yaks. Adam Milsted leading off. Chris caught the zone there, gets ahead strike, gets ahead 0-1. Tries to go back that same spot, misses a little low this time, 1-1. Adam's a dangerous hitter, a veteran hitter. He's plays a lot, seen all different kinds of pitching. It's hard to bring something he hasn't seen before. Not that that really matters much if Chris is going pretty much exclusively unscuffed curve here. Ground ball, Chris fields it, takes it himself into the net. Here's out number 1. This is Chris's first time throwing this clean ball curve, so we don't have any data on that. But when he would throw his scuffed up slider, sort of, it's basically the same pitch. It was just probably a little less movement, definitely a little less vertical movement, as he throws a really good one right there to get ahead of Laird, 0-1. But same sort of deal where big sweeping movement from the side. And can get when it's on, when he's commanding it, keeping it down in the zone, a lot of ground balls. Comes the 0-1 pitch. It stays inside. So far, that seems to be the benefit of the clean ball curve for Chris relative to the scuff slider, is that he's able, because of the break downward, that one hits off of Laird's knee for ball 2. Because of the break downward, the ball ends up in the bottom of the zone a lot more than his slider did. His slider had a tendency to stay up, and without plus velocity on it, it was it became hittable. But here, when he's commanding this curveball so far, it stayed down, and he's got a couple ground balls out of it. Laird swings through that one.
There we go.
Strikeouts, two quick outs there. And this is more how last time Chris faced Potter, bases were loaded with 2 outs. He got out of the inning on a strikeout, but this is more how you want to face Potter. Nobody on, 2 outs. You can really work him the way you want to. Starts him off with a curveball off the knee, ball 1. Lots of batters taking it off the body from both pitchers today. Curveball, Potter gets a piece of it, grounds it off to the side, foul ball, evens up the count 1-1. Actually gets Chris ahead in the count 1-1. This is back inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chris is missing this game. He's seen a lot of misses inside. I think it's just he's not getting the right grip and he's not getting the curve on the ball. Just missed. You can see the expression on Potter's face. It doesn't look like he was certain it wasn't going to find the zone, but just curled around it. It's a full count here. Payoff pitch. Chris into his windup. Comes the pitch. Potter swings through. Strike 3. 2 at-bats in a row where Chris has really handled one of Mid-Atlantic's best hitters with relative ease, which isn't easy. We get to the top of the 3rd. Still 1-0. Yaks over Bruisers. Colin Dimitris leading it off.
Come on, Colin. You can do it.
Drop pitch, grounded right into the ground. Potter's got it. Easy riser right into the target for out number 1. Colin's made contact already a couple times today, but nothing to show for it.
Hill shift.
Well, shit.
Again, the Jerry Hill shift is on. As Potter and Milsted move to the right side. Then starts him off with a riser that rises way out of the zone for ball number 1. That one also stays inside. 2-0. Jerry's been ahead in the count a couple times today. Hasn't paid off for him quite yet.
Good night, Jerry.
Drop pitch started low and ended lower, so ball 3. Jerry way up now. I would say I'd say Jerry plays it pretty much down the middle. Not necessarily an aggressive hitter. I expect him to take here. He does, though. It looked like he was ready to swing, but that ball misses inside for ball 4. So the Bruisers get their second base runner of the game. Comes on a 1-out walk and brings up Chris Owen.
I know.
Do you think up in the I've been sitting in the drop. Yeah, I moved up.
Drop pitch right into the ground again. The Potter looks home, then remembers to go to second. Gets the out of second. Back to home from Laird. A double play. That was real borderline play there from Potter. That could have been called that he made a movement home, but give him the double play and Laird escapes a jam before it ever gets to that point. So we bottom of the 3rd now. Yaks looking for some insurance runs. These are 4-inning games. Meanwhile, Chris is seeing if he can build off of his nice second inning here. Bounces that one in. After a bit of a shaky first, at least from a command perspective. Chris had a really nice second inning. Maybe he's getting a little bit comfortable with throwing the clean ball now.
Good cut.
It's another curveball. That one stays inside a bit. We haven't seen many swings on the inside pitches from Chris, but Milsted swings through that in the inner half of the plate. That one had a little extra giddy up on it. Didn't really curve much. Almost looked like it was coming straight in. But with the added velocity, I think he may have been able to freeze it if he would have able to get that over. That curveball misses outside. Full count now. Yaks would love a few base runners here. Get another run or two in and try to take this one down with relative ease. Comes the payoff pitch. Ground ball. Colin scoops it up, throws it into the net. Real nice play on that. That one took a bit of a hop right before it got to him, but didn't phase Dimitris at all. Makes the play, makes the throw. It's a big first out there for Chris. You definitely see that's definitely a benefit of the curve of the clean curve for him. He's getting those ground balls. Didn't get a ground ball there, but had the same effect as Laird swings over top of that pitch. Chris way ahead now. Maybe get Laird to expand the zone a little. And he does. That drop pitch was heading for the bucket behind the strike zone, but Jared swings through. So 2 quick outs now. And again, the bigger win there is he gets to face Potter with nobody on. 2 outs. Chris trying to make it a quick inning, get the Bruisers back up to the plate. Starts Potter off of another strike, swing and a miss. Looks like he's found his command now. After that 3rd or 4th pitch to Milsted this inning, it's been nothing but pounding the zone. There's another one, another swing miss. It's 3 Ks already today for Dan Potter. You're not going to see that too often. So yeah, the Bruisers down to their final at bat here, final opportunity. They're going to need some base runners and try to find a way to squeeze a run across home. Potter shifting over the right side to the left side of the field for Manelli. Already has a single today. He went opposite field. His first at bat, but the Bruisers will still play him straight up, at least in the infield. Ground ball again the opposite way. Milsted can't get it in time. That's an infield single. So they played 2 in, played him straight up, and there's really no way to defend that. Seeing eye swinging bunt, but the Bruisers will take it. Bruisers will take anything at this point that gets them a runner on first with nobody out. So Colin Dimitris has had a couple good at bats so far.
Check out that bat. In the book, it looks like a long drive.
There's a pitch from Laird. Drop pitch. Falls beneath the zone, but had enough of the play coming over for Colin to offer at it, and he swings through for strike 1. So runner on first. Bruisers looking for a run here, or else this game is over.
Good eye, Colin.
That slider came back inside. Goes back to the drop pitch, but that one doesn't drop, stays up. Colin gets ahead in the count now, or evens up the count, 2-1. Laird's been about 80-90% drop pitches this game, but a few risers and sliders here just to keep people off balance.
Good eye, Colin.
That drop also fails to drop, stays up. Full count now. Colin would love to get that runner into scoring position. It's a payoff pitch. Drop pitch. Stays up again. And does just that. First and second out, nobody out. Big scoring opportunity here for the Bruisers.
Oh, you
Jerry
did.
Hill coming to the plate. Jerry's the team's best hitter. That riser goes way, way outside. There's another wild pitch. Takes away the double play opportunity. Puts 2 runners in scoring position, though that... Actually, no, I'm sorry. It only puts 1 runner in scoring position. The runner will not score from second on a single. It does allow him to score 2 on a double. But more importantly, keeps him out of any double play opportunity. Gets that dropper over. Really nice spot there. It's coming underneath Jerry's chin, and he ducked away. Came back over the plate. They're working quickly there. Jerry just gets a piece of it to stay alive. It's a foul tip. Foul tip hitting the zone with 2 strikes is considered a strikeout, a foul tip strikeout, but that one missed the zone. Jerry lays off of that. Gets the count back even. 2 balls, 1 strike. They're really working quickly now. That drop pitch just floats outside. Hill thought about it for a second, but he's now seen Jared 3 or 4 times today and was able to lay off. So full count now. Big pitch coming up here. Another dropper, another foul ball. Jerry fighting it off here. It's 2 he's fought off behind in the count 0-1, or behind in the count. So the payoff pitch a second time. Jerry lets that one stay outside. Ball 4. Really good at bat there from Hill. Patient, took what was given to him, fouled off a couple tough pitches and got his walk. And now the Bruisers are in a real nice position here. Bases loaded, nobody out. They could get 1 run in. Well, at this point, it's not even really about the tie anymore. They've got a real nice shot here to just take the lead. Chris takes that off the back. You can kind of feel the momentum shifting a bit. Chris has had 2 quick innings on the mound while Jared's in big trouble here. The Yaks were in cruise control, but that screwball stays up. So Chris also had an account 2-0. Gotta think he's taken at least a strike here. Laird tries to get me over riser, takes a little bit off of it, but still floats outside. So now 3-0. Big pitch coming here. And Owen completely misses the backstop, ball 4. No wild pitch on that since it was ball 4. All runners move up 1 base. So the Bruisers get exactly what they were looking for. They get that big run. The game's all tied up at 1, top of the 4th. A chance to really do some damage now with Tony Manelli coming to the plate. So Jared goes back to that riser after Tony singled off of it in his first at-bat, and Tony gets a good swing on it, but fouls it straight back. That was a risk worth taking with how much Jared was struggling to get any pitch over. I think he's probably got a little more confidence on that riser of just kind of slinging it in there, and decided to take his chances on it, and now he's got himself ahead for the first time this inning. There he goes back to the drop pitch, finally gets it over. Tony takes a big cut, swings through. So 1 out, bases still loaded. Laird not out of hot water yet. First pitch to Dimitris has popped up. Milsted's under it. He's got it. 2 outs. Two quick outs there. This inning looked like it was unraveling quickly. Now in 3 pitches, Laird's 1 batter away from escaping with no further damage.
Come on, Jared.
2 outs. A single will score 2 runs here. A double will clear the bases.
You almost got it.
Jared would love to love to get at least one in any way possible. There's another riser. That one catches his own. Jerry swings through. He's got that pitch working the last couple times he's thrown it. At 0-1. Drop pitch. Jerry caught in between. Strike 3. Really great job by Laird there to work out of a bases loaded, nobody out situation with 1 run in and only allow that single run. But the Bruisers do tie the game. We go to the bottom half of the 4th, all tied up at 1.
Oh, Chris, let's go, bro.
Chris bounces that in to Milsted to start the bottom half of the 4th. Comes the 1-0 pitch. Stays inside 2-0.
Right at him, brother. Let's go.
Chris has really found it these last 2 innings, both stuff and command-wise. He's hoping he can hold on to it here and finish this one out. This would be a big win for the Bruisers. Bruisers did defeat the Yaks back in April at the opening day tournament, but it was a different lineup for the Yaks then. They didn't have some of their regulars. So this is a much the high scoring game. This one's been much different so far. He walks Milsted to start off the inning. If they can somehow find a way to pull this out, starting off the season with 2 wins over the Yaks would be really point the Bruisers in the right direction. Another really nice spot. That curveball hits the top corner of the zone. A few more of those, and Bruisers will be back up to bat in the 5th inning. Comes the pitch from Chris. Curveball, misses low. Looks like Laird swings through it. The official ruling on the field is a foul tip. That's the that call is made by the batter in these situations, and Laird says he got a piece of it. We'll take a look here in a second. Decide for yourselves. No definitive proof there, but from my vantage point, it looks like it's hard to see any contact made there. Nonetheless, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing, line drive. It's going to clear the fence. Walk-off home run from the Yaks. Wow. What a turn of events from almost having the strikeout on Laird, which would have 2 outs in the inning, and got 1 out in the inning, and Potter coming up. Instead, it's a walk-off 2-run home run from Jared Laird. Take another look at it here. Just a curveball that had good vertical movement. Horizontal kind of just stayed center cut, and Laird put a real nice swing on it to drive it out. So the Yaks pick up the 3-1 win on a walk-off 2-run home run from pitcher Jared Laird, and they take down this first game of, or one of the first games of Torneo de Wiffs here at Shy Wiffleball Park in York, Pennsylvania. Recap, the Yaks got a run in the first on a bunch of walks, and both pitchers settled in through the middle frames, and it was that big 2-run walk-off home run from Laird that was the deciding factor. Everything else just about even. Hits, walks, opportunities were about the same. So that's it from here at Shy Wiffleball Park. We'll see you next time.